In this video, we're going to take a quick look at our ultrasounding technique.
So stick around and check it out. Alright people, here we are. This is how we...
How
do we do this? What do we call this?
Our ultrasound.
Call it ultrasounding. So we'll typically do this once a month, kind of throughout the year, to see where girls are, mostly in the breeding season, probably less often than that.
During the rest of the season.
During the rest of the season, just to see if a girl comes in. Again, this will be our, I guess technically, third season breeding ball python, so there's not a lot of history here.
Right.
But that's the plan. So the plan this year, which will be different than last year, is that we're going to take and we're going to ultrasound at least monthly, which we have been doing for the past 3 or 4 months, since November.
Yep.
But then going forward, at least monthly up until about April or May, and then probably July, September, and then that brings us back to November again, and we're gonna hit it hard every month in November to see where girls are. And the reason for the every other month during the off season is really just to see where the girls are and to see if we can catch an off cycle breeding.
Yep.
So that's at least the plan. We'll see how it goes, and you guys, as you do, will follow us along throughout the way. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a quick look and see how we go through the process of ultrasounding girls and what that looks like from our side, how we set it up, how we do that. It'll be slightly different. We tend to do it with the lights off. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. So, but we do. It helps with the ultrasound so that you can see a better picture. You get more definition. I have a relatively inexpensive, cheap ultrasound. I would love to have the one that is at my place of employment, but that's about $40,000, and
right.
I am not spending that kind of money. We spent about $1,200 used on this piece of equipment. They run about $1,500 to $2,000 for like a veterinary level.
And the quality it's okay. It's not.
I can get by.
Great.
It's not 3D. It's not crystal clear. I got to work hard sometimes to find it. But today we have a girl that shows really well, if that helps. So we're going to use her. We're going to take a look and let you guys come along with us for an ultrasounding day at Ectothermic Dungeon. So stick around.
Enjoy.
Yeah. All right, goofball here. All right, so we're gonna grab a girl, and this is gonna be a little chunky. Sorry. It's gonna be a little chopped up. I'm gonna try to do this in pieces so you can kind of see every step, but see it clearly with not a lot of mess. So we're gonna grab a girl. This particular girl is an ivory, 66% het for pied. This particular girl, you guys have seen her before. We picked up from Justin Kabelka.
Yeah,
she is just like super thick. So when I look at paunch, I look at this, you can see, don't do that. You can see an egg, 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 and possibly one up here. So just by holding them vertical, if you've been breeding, you possibly see eggs. So we're going to get her positioned and let you guys take another look.
All right.
All right, so here we're going to take this probe. Hold on, before you do that. That probe, we got some gel we put on there. That's special gel for this. It basically looks like KY jelly, honestly. And Matt should be holding the tail so she doesn't crawl away. We kind of stretch her out on the table. We'll hook the tail around the end. And then we'll get this probe. It's a linear probe. About a third of the way up from the tail.
If she'll cooperate.
Yeah.
Relax.
And then he'll get that probe in there. He's going to work it around until he can find an egg. And then we're also looking at this right here. So as he's working that around, You can see that they're eggs. That's a shadow right there. He's got to get that.
Right there.
That's an egg. Get that big. Get that big. And
Oop, she moved.
I moved her. I'm trying. We need a third hand or fourth hand, and that fourth hand is the one I'm using this camera on.
Oop, there we go. There it is.
All right. So as you can see now, like he's still running that probe. You can see our shadows in here and kind of this circular thing. That's what we're looking for. We're looking at the best picture we can find. Get small to the biggest point. Yeah, he's gonna need some more of this stuff. Yeah, it's not mustard. That is the magic glue. Not glue, but the goo. That looked like a pretty big one right there. Back up. There's a good one. There's a good image. So that's probably not its biggest. Rotate that a little more. You're losing it.
Right.
You're losing it a little further south. Yeah, she's stressing out. So anytime they tense their muscles, the muscles actually kind of get in the way of getting a good picture here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they can see what's going on.
Yeah,
They see a reflection.
even starting to hiss. She's not happy. We've already done this once with her. We've already done this once with her, so she's already not happy with us. Oh, there we are.
I can't see anything.
There you go, there you go. That's it right there. Nope, lost it. That's right there.
You can see a couple of them.
Yeah, so that's a halfway decent look at a couple of them. Let's see if I can zoom in here so you guys get a whole picture of this. So you can kind of see this circular piece here and part of a circle here. So this picture is decent. I can measure it. So I'm going to take a distance reading from here across this egg. And then over here, it's going to read 27. Now that's not the biggest egg. I mean, you're going to have some variance with eggs. I did measure her before, and we came out with 31. This one here, again, if that's the broadest part, that's pretty close. That's giving us 28. That's still a little short of what we normally do. But this is what we do. We go through all our girls. Clear that away. We go through all our girls and we take a measurement every month. All the girls that are breeding, and then maybe one or two extras if we're interested to see what
They're producing.
well, yeah, where they're at, if they're ready to breed or not. If they're at weight, we're going to take a measurement. So that's what it looks like. Again, this picture isn't great. It's a fairly inexpensive ultrasound compared to, you know, spending $10,000 to $30,000, $40,000 on one and getting a phenomenal
Crystal
picture.
clear.
Yeah. It is what it is. You know, a new probe may help, but you know, probes are going to run me $500 to $700, and
We're good.
I'm not there right now. So there you have it, and we're going to come right back to you here in a minute. All right. Well, there you had it. There you had it.
There you had it.
There you have it. A quick look at kind of what we go through with each individual girl. As you can see, it's not always easy. They like to squirm away. So when you're watching videos or listening to podcasts and these guys are talking about, you know, it's a lot of work. You go through 100 girls and it could take hours.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a
well,
process, yeah.
that's why it takes hours, because you know, they just don't lay there with their bellies in the right spot so you can take pictures of the eggs. You know, they want to get out of there.
Yeah, it's not like if you're taking, you know, wife or girlfriend to like an ultrasound where they're just laying there and being still. It's not the same thing. They move. The wife, girlfriend won't move. No, not a good analogy. So I'm going from reptile to human.
I guess maybe it works. There's a whole cognitive thinking thing that's involved there that just don't work. Anyway, so there you go. You had a quick look at you know, kind of what we do at least once a month. And right now this year we're expecting 16 to 20 girls to go. So fingers crossed, toes, legs. I mean, if you could cross elbows, eyes, you know, all that stuff. So that's what we're looking at. Huh?
And if you're drunk enough.
If you're drunk enough, then everything is just crossed. Anyway, that's what we go through about once a month with about 20 girls, just to take a peek, make sure we're breeding the right girls. If anybody else is to wait, coming on scene, and they're ready to see some introductions, we'll start doing that.
Yep.
But that's really it. We didn't want to make this a really long video, but just to kind of show you really quickly, you know, what we do on our ultrasound days.
Yeah, just to see how those girls are doing. And
any questions about the process, any comments, you know, leave those down below. We'd love to hear from you guys. We love all the comments. We're getting them more and more frequently with each video, and it's awesome. Thanks for the input. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, for sure. It's
fun.
God, if I wasn't so far into this clip, I would cut that. It's time to say goodbye, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
He's had one too many. Talk to you guys later.
That's wrong.
Hey everybody, welcome to our ultrasound video. Blooper. I'm back, everybody.